Hi everyone, welcome to week 9 of your pharmacy software course. This week you're going to be looking at some more clerical types of duties, which includes running reports. One thing that I want to make sure to point out to you this week is to make sure that you are paying attention to the pictures, the actual screenshots in your textbook of these reports. It's going to kind of give you an idea of what you might see on a report, etc. You're not going to be doing the exercises and turning those in this week. Instead, you're going to be doing the critical thinking questions at the end. So you'll want to make sure that you answer those in a Word document, that you're putting them into complete sentences. So it's really important that you read through chapter 9 and go through this PowerPoint before you attempt those critical thinking questions. If you're not 100% sure about what some of the terminology means, go back to earlier in the textbook and see what exactly are they talking about. And then if you have any questions about that, let me know if you still haven't been able to find something. But also, make sure you refer back to the index and the text and things like that, because that might be a great resource for getting information about what they're talking about when they refer to types of reports and things like that. So let's take a quick look at what they're referring to. A lot of the reports that you're going to be looking at are things that are routinely run on a daily basis, monthly basis, quarterly basis, things like that. A lot of reports are going to be able to be customized for your particular facility. Depending on what you're doing, you're going to have all kinds of links of reports and things like that. Now, also keep in mind that these are the reports that go along with this particular software. Every software you're going to be using is going to be set up in its own way. It's going to have its own set of reports and things like that. So this is, as with all of this in this course, just an example of what it might look like or what you could see. Any company that you're going to work for, like a large company like Walgreens or CVS or anything along those lines, is going to have their own software. So everything's going to be different as far as what it looks like, but it's going to have some of the same capabilities. So kind of focus on that. That's what you need to be focusing on. Okay, so the first one they're going to talk about is something called a sales report. And this report allows you to go in and, choose a date range. And then within that date range, look at the number of prescriptions dispensed and then specific things about those prescriptions. So everything from the number, the patient, the doctor, the drug, the SIG code, the schedule number. So this is a great piece of information for looking at, how many Schedule II drugs did we dispense, etc. And then, of course, it's going to give you information about sales and profit margins. So again, a great tool for looking at a big picture. And again, this particular report can be, we can adjust the dates. So if we want to look at a specific quarter or a month or something like that. The next report that you're going to look at is daily sales. This is another way that you can look at getting a list of what controlled substances were dispensed, things like that. Depending on the state that you live in or work in, you might have to have some sort of daily report that you print out around these controlled substances. So you're going to want to make sure that you know how to print those. You have to maintain those in separate files and things like that. So if you're not printing them out, you have to be able to have access to them electronically and things such as that. So make sure you know your particular rules in your particular state. Sales statistics are going to be looking at things like, how many were cash, how many were insurance, things like that, that type of thing. Sales by insurance plan is going to do just what it sounds like. It's going to break it out by insurance plan. So you're going to be able to see what types of plans you have in your system and which ones were, which ones are you using most often? Keep in mind that when we're dealing with insurance plans, that we actually have to pay to have the ability to do prescriptions back and forth with them. And in some cases, it's not beneficial for us to have every single insurance company in the world that we work with. So keep that in mind. You're going to look at drug utilization reports. So this might be basically what kind of drugs are we dispensing. We want to look at trends, things like that. What doctors are dispensing, in a specific time frame. It might show us things about their dispensing habits, things like that. You're going to be able to do a drug profile, a patient profile, billing profile. So lots and lots of different types of reports. So make sure that you review these again before you try those critical thinking questions. And if you're unsure about something, please make sure that you're reaching out to me. Have a great week.